Why does stuff seem to always scare me? I have to work at the spring formal where there's 7th, 8th graders and 9th graders. And so I was taking out the punch and putting it into the little punch fountain thingy. So one time they asked me to go get some ice, me and my friend, whose name shall not be revealed, they asked us to go get some ice. So we get the ice, and while we're walking, he's like, did Coach Blank to Blank give you the right key? And so I'm like, yeah, I think he did. And so we go and we walk up to one of the doors. Now, mind you that it's dark and it's creepy out here. It's like around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock maybe. And I never go on school grounds around that time. So, yeah. So as soon as we walk out the door, the coach, one of our principal, who's like freaking a person who, he's a control freak. He doesn't want things to go bad. So he was looking through his blinds, and like I'm just sitting there walking, and I noticed, and I still had a pair of eyes here at me with glasses on. So naturally you jump back, just saying. And so So he was like, everything okay? And I was like, and so we go around the corner. He's there, like literally, it takes like a hella creeper up from there, from where he was looking out the window, into around the corner. And somehow he was sitting right there at the door saying, are you guys okay? And he, I'm sorry coach, but you look kind of creepy. And so I kind of brushed it off, and I was like, yeah, okay. So we're walking, and we're walking, and we're walking, because we have to go to the lunchroom. We get to the lunchroom, and by golly,
the keys aren't working.
I put the key in the door, and it was kind of like nudging, kind of. And the door wouldn't open, and it's kind of dark out here. All the cars are on the other side of the gym, and we're over here by the lunchroom, so I'm kind of like trying to shaking the door panically. So I was like, and so my friend's like, oh, it's okay, let's just go try the next door. We go around to the next door, we put the key in, because he didn't say which door was the one that leads you into the lunchroom. So we try to open it, and I'm frantically pulling the door again. He was like, chill out, there's 2 more doors. So we go to the next door, still not working. Okay, the last door has to be this creepy Walking Dead crap looking, infested hospital looking crap. You have to walk around the sign. Well, there's this science building type thing. You have to walk in front of the science building and then take a right. And then behind there, it's just where the trash cans and stuff are. But I walked up in there, and I walked up in there, and it looked so creepy. Like, I've never been that scared before in my life, but it just seems so awkward. So I'm terrified because it looks like a Freddy Krueger horror scene. So I like put the key in the door one more time, and I twisted it, and all of a sudden I hear the. So I stopped for a minute, and I'm gonna say my friend's name, and my friend stopped for me. And we look both ways, and we're like, what was that noise? It was like, one, the key snapped, or 2, there's somebody behind us. Turn around, nobody behind us, thankfully. And then we look at the key, pull it out slowly, and the key did not slap. Hallelujah, but I was still terrified. So we walk back to the gym, terrified. Gladly my principal's not out there. And so we go back into spring formal, and we go back to the teacher who gave us the keys, and we're like, the key's not working, blah blah blah. And he's like, well, okay, go get it from the principal. And so we go into the principal office. So halfway there's like the window that he was peeping out of. And my friend's like, hey, how would you just knock on the window? I was like, psst, that's pretty ratchet. I'm not knocking on nobody's window. And then, So he's like, well, she okay. You don't be able to hear us at that door. So we walk up to the door, and there's this black car. And my heart just dropped because there's already stuff scared the shit out of me. I mean, like, we out here, and like a haunted school look like, so like a gazillion zombies supposed to be coming at me. And so, it's a black car, and it's just riding, creepy, and just riding, and I'm terrified. And so I get the beating on the door, and he still can't hear me. And my friend is like, she's just like, you're overreacting. And so I'm like, okay, I'll calm down. I'll just go to the window. So I walk back to the window, and we beat on the door, and he's like terrified. He's like, and so I was just like, I was like, we like signaled him to like open the door, and so we go to the door, and he's like there again in like 3 seconds before we can get there, and he's like walk through his office and crap, and I'm like, how you do that kind of stuff, but he opens the door, he's like, what you guys need? And we was like, well, coach gave us the wrong key, so can you give us the lunchroom key? And so he was like, well, I didn't really bring the keys with me. And so he goes into the secretary's office and he gets the keys. And so he's walking with us. And remind you, this guy is like 6'4", 6'5", maybe, kind of old, kind of 40s. He's in his 40s, and he's definitive looking. So like he kind of, like I felt kind of comforted because I was kind of scared for a minute. So we get to go. He gets up to the door. He's like, well, I'm not sure which key is this. So we sit there for about another 5 minutes trying to open the door. And we finally get in there because he's like, okay, this is the key. He opens it, lets us in. And the lights are out. And I swear, you know how when your eyes like adjust to like it was already dark outside, so my eyes like adjusted to like super darkness. So I walk in, and I swear to freaking Bob, that looks like a Walking Dead scene in there. If you haven't seen The Walking Dead, I suggest you go watch it on like Hulu or something, because that scared the piss hunt out of me. I swear, it's just like zombie freaking lunchroom ladies coming from like everywhere, and I was just terrified. I'm not gonna even front. I was terrified, and so I'm like, where's the ice machine? And he's like, over there. And he's like, oh, there's the lights. He flicks on the lights. Okay, I get a little bit at ease, but it still looks like a zombie horror movie fest thingy that's supposed to like attack us or something. So he comes and we get the ice scooper. We scoop up the stuff into like this huge bucket. And the bucket, you can't see the bucket like that big. So we like scoop up the stuff, and it looked kind of creepy. And so me and my friend were walking back to the spray formal, and we get there and we're passing by his window again. I get my eyes, I kind of look back at the window, and I swear, it looked like there was another person in there. I mean, like a ghostly figure up in there, and I was not even playing. And like I didn't even say anything to my friend. I just clutched my bucket and just put my head down, didn't look back, and just kept walking into the spring formal and went and enjoyed myself. Now, I don't know why all the scary stuff want to happen to me, but as soon as somebody gives me an explanation why all this ghost hunter, Walking Dead, paranormal activity stuff want to happen to me. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys subscribe, like the channel.